Just leave your stuff at the table, okay?
Brad,
Yes, sir.
you must see those people.
Am I getting there too?
Yeah, right there.
Right. Okay.
They can, if you want to show your
They're
face.
not adopting. Hello. 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 I can't see anyone.
I see you.
Who are you?
I'm Carol Collins. You don't know me, but I'm here.
Hi, Carol.
I don't see the little box. Usually they have a box with your name in it, you know.
Oh,
where
your box. You have a box? Your name
No.
is in it?
Yeah, well, it said, no, see where it says Bob Reggie and then you, Anna Grubke. Usually everyone who tunes in will have a little box in the gallery. And I don't see where I'm talking to you, so I must be there. But I
You
don't.
have a box.
Do you see my name, Carol Collins or Bingo or something?
I do. And
But I
every
don't
time
see
you talk, your little box lights up, but I don't see your face.
And well, I'm unmuted here.
There you are. Hi.
Oh, okay, hello. Where are you filming from?
I am zooming from
Zoom.
Middle Tennessee.
Tennessee, okay, and I'm in Virginia.
Hi, Virginia.
Okay, look at your little bum stars in your hair. That's cute.
I didn't put my whole clown outfit on. I'm just
You
not
need to.
that industrious and
You don't have to. I'm a clown for 44 years, but I don't have to be a clown with my nose anymore. I can still be a clown, right?
It's
That's
what's
my whole
inside.
thing. Yeah,
It's the clownitude.
that's right. And what about you? You've been clowning in Tennessee? How long?
Well, I've been clowning around with a group from in the senior center.
Okay.
We're called the Happy Clowns of St. Clair Senior Center.
Nice.
And because we don't want any grumpy clowns or whatever, or
Right, no
violent
creepy
clowns or whatever. But of course, you know, this whole COVID thing has put everything on hold.
Yeah.
But there's about like 12 of us, and we go to nursing homes and that kind of thing, and
Right.
schools, and just around, mostly locally or within maybe like an hour radius of Murfreesboro. So it's fun. I love it.
How long you been doing it?
Let's see, like maybe 7 years.
Well, it's very needed. We need more humor in this world. Sure.
It's so true. And the joy that you get when you go to these nursing homes, oh my gosh.
I know.
You get
as much as you give. Yeah.
Yes, it feels like more, but I don't know. And
yeah,
you know, you walk into this room full of people, and some of them are pretty far away.
Yeah, right.
You know, and then by the time you leave, the one thing that really triggers them, I've noticed that, like when we go to nursing homes, like Alzheimer's units and things like that, when you start singing songs,
reaction.
like
They
"You Are
love
My
the old
Sunshine," or
they remember that. Yes.
Am.
Yeah, music is very good. And pet therapy. I bring my little doggy.
Oh, do you?
I do a whole live animal safari show. Now, I'm a comedy character now. I'm Safari Bingo. And I just put a bug on my nose, funny glasses, and a safari outfit. And I have an African hedgehog that wears a sombrero because he goes to Mexico on vacation. Anyway, I have a dancing dog with a tutu, and she's 7 pounds. And I have racing hamsters in cars.
Are you kidding me?
No. And I could show you my whole video. Oh, right down my website, you'll see a video of the whole animals before everybody starts here.
Okay.
It's so cute. Hamster races, rodent races. And it's party co-op. That's what it is. when you're ready.
What's it? What is it called?
Party Co-op, P-A-R-T-Y, like the word party, you know, when you go to a party, C-O-dash-O-P, partycoop.com, like cooperative. See, I'm an agent. I have 50 people in my company, so it's a big, you know.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous.
So you go there and then you look under, I have 15 categories of people, different variety acts, but go to animal acts and then you'll see Safari Bingo Show. It's about 2.5 minutes. It's cute. And I'm working on a Zoom one now to do that because you could see it close up, you know, the animals. So
hey, everybody.
Everybody, we're getting more people. Good.
Oh,
Yay.
how are you all? Try and get my stuff together here. See if I can get some sound going. Can you hear me?
Kevin. Still learning how to use Zoom. I should bring my doggy here.
Definitely.
Oh,
I'm
pretty
sure
lovely.
my cat will pop up here sooner or later.
Still trying to find out.
Good. So what are we doing tonight, actually? We're going to just talk about things we do or what? Are you leading it, Anna? Who's leading it?
Well, we have our hosts aren't on yet, and so
Oh,
usually
they're not on yet. Oh, okay.
they sneak on right at the time because they both work, and so I kind of take over until they come, and then I turn it over to them. So
Oh, shoot. I just lost everybody.
You
uh-oh.
did. I see you.
Good.
Okay,
For
wait.
those of
There I
you,
go. There I am.
for those of you that are
Kind of
on,
you were
Oh,
insert
wait a minute.
or something.
I changed.
So Neela.
Changed
Nyla,
the volume.
Nyla. I'm sorry. I want to say it right.
I
yeah.
mainly wanted to get in there
Lila.
so I could at least get a recording
So,
of it so I can listen to it
For
later.
those of you that are on, if we can't see some of you, and so if you go down to your bottom left-hand corner of your screen, if
You
you're
don't
on a
need to see
computer,
me.
and push that start video, then you should show up. And if you're on an iPad or an iPhone, then you probably have to touch the screen and a little menu will show up. And again, start video will get that to work. And
Yeah,
so
you don't need to
if you want
see
to try that, that would
Mary.
be great right now.
Mary Morrison. Are you with AATH? Mary?
I am.
Hi, honey. I used
Hi,
to be a
Bonnie.
member.
Hi.
Okay.
Used to be what?
I think I met you at a convention a couple years ago on Bingo the Clown.
Oh,
I had
Oh,
the
sure.
animal show, the bubbles.
Yeah, I remember that, Carol. How nice
Oh, I
to
have-
see you again.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get to the conventions. Sorry, it's been busy.
Jim
But-
Bob,
Well, it's
what's your
virtual here,
background?
so-
But
My background is from the Star Wars collection.
Oh, cool.
They just announced. I'll put the link in the-
Tatooine or is it Tatooine or whatever?
Yes,
I know my Star Wars.
Tatooine. That's a vapor collector there. Let me see if I can find the link and I'll put it in the chat box here.
Oh, he's a pro. He knows how to do this.
I don't. I used to do the backgrounds, but it makes your head looks weird.
You gotta
Yeah,
keep your head
it can get a
still.
little
See?
blurrier.
Yeah, you can't move if you have a background. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But we're two animated people. We can't do that.
Oh yeah. Right. I'm just like, don't work for me.
Elmo, I got Elmo here with you today.
Hey Elmo.
Hey, I made a clown guide for adults. Oh, she's got her doggy cute. You know, tickle me Elmo, right, everybody? Well, I made
Oh.
Yeah.
a thing out of a jar. You stick
Yay.
Elmo in the jar and you call him Pickle Me Elmo.
Oh. Oh.
You gotta have jokes for the adults too, right? Not just the kids.
Tickle me, tickle me, Elmo.
Right. Oh, there goes my dog. I'm gonna get her.
Hmm.
Hi Jennifer.
Oops.
Hi Dina.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Are the people, when the people come on, are the other people going down on the screen or are they going away?
Hi, Masako.
Hi, long time no see.
So good to see you.
Yeah. I just
Roberta.
realized I found
Hi,
out that it was,
Marianne.
yeah.
Hi, Deb.
Well, our two votes are having a lot of trouble getting on tonight, so you guys can continue to
I
talk
don't
and
know if
I'll
I can be seen or not.
try to reach them.
It's always fun
All
to
right,
see
I'm
everybody.
Oh, this is Lollipop. She's my dancing dog.
Weislaw? Weislaw?
She's a clown too.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a good.
Clown wig.
That's right. I found it in Walmart on a Halloween thing. Right, Lollipop.
I love that.
Gotta get her a nose. I want to get her a mask, you know, for the. Yeah.
Dogs are so good about wearing things like that. Ooh,
Wow.
somebody from outer space. Marla.
Ooh, she's got a background too.
Carla,
Marla.
Whoa, that's neat.
good to see you all.
So nice to see everybody.
Yeah.
Roberta.
Raphael. Hello.
Rafael.
Where's Bob Reggie? He's not showing up.
Okay. There's a little arrow that says 1 of 4. You
Yeah.
click that and see everything.
Raphael.
See the whole gallery. Woohoo! 31 people are
Holy
here.
moly. There they are.
31 of you.
Woo!
What's that noise? Is that someone's microphone?
Okay, I'm in. I'll see ya. Have fun.
I'm turning my video off. I'm eating.
There's Bob.
Not pretty.
Hi, Dave. Give me some.
Hey, these are really good. I'm making a mess all over the table here. I'm eating ribs. It's dinner hour. I'm not going to do video because it wouldn't be polite. Good to see everybody.
Is that your roommate's ribs?
He's eating ribs in front of us. Not nice.
Okay,
Asako-san. Konnichiwa. Konbanwa. You're muted.
Are we
Ohio
supposed to be muted?
gozaimasu.
Ohio.
It's good
Ohio.
morning right now here.
Where are you? Are you in Japan?
Yes, Japan.
Oh,
Yokohama.
honto desu ka?
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, this is
Wow.
wonderful. Look at this. All over the world. We got to say where we're all from. This is great.
I'm Reggie.
Where are you from, Reggie?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. I'm from Virginia.
Ah, neighbors.
I'm Raphael. I'm from Garden Grove, California.
California. Where? What?
Where are you from? I'm Wendy. I'm from Seattle.
Seattle.
I'm Ellen. I'm from Chicago.
I'm Christy from Oregon.
This is great.
Carla from outer space or San Diego.
David Mann from Leesburg, Florida.
Leesburg, Florida. Oh, we have one in Virginia.
I'm Trevor from Springfield, Mass.
Yes.
Where in Mass?
Jackie from Chicago, Illinois at the Brookfield Zoo.
She got a
Oh, with
monkey.
her monkey. Hi, monkey.
Christina from Pennsylvania.
Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
I said Christina from Pennsylvania. I'm south of Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
I'm Anna. Oops.
Sorry.
From
This is Oylum from Turkey.
Turkey. Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Where in Turkey are you from?
What city?
Izmir. The East Park.
Izmir. Okay.
I spoke there at a conference in 2008 on humor
Oh,
in,
really?
in one of the schools there. So welcome. I'm thrilled
Oh,
you're
wow.
here.
Oh my,
I
thank you.
love Shakespeare. Thank you.
My son went to his roommate in college was from Turkey, and he went to his wedding in Turkey.
Wow,
This is
cool.
Sherry from Chicago, and Frank is here somewhere.
Masako, what city in Japan are you from? 12 years. She can't, she's not talking.
Yokohama.
Yokohama.
Yes.
I went to ICU, 国際キリスト教大学に勉強しました。
I
Tokyo no.
see.
Yeah.
I used to live near that university.
Yeah,
before.
it was great. Thank you.
At the age of just 32, under mysterious circumstances, battle.
Okay, I'm
Wow.
Mary Ellen from Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Ah.
I'm Mary Ellen.
That's North of Mary Kay. Hi.
I'm another Californian. I'm Roberta from just above Los Angeles in the San Fernando Valley. I see other Californians in here.
Great.
I'm Miriam from Fort Collins, Colorado.
Colorado. This is so funny.
I'm Getsky from Minneapolis.
Where?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minneapolis.
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 Hi, I'm Diana from Redondo Beach, but I live in Summit, Pennsylvania now.
Look at the palm trees.
Yes.
So Steve Wilson, the other Jackie Anderson, I used her link to get into this. So she's here and we both have the same name. We're like twins.
Oh. Where are you from?
Columbus, Ohio.
Ohio.
Okay, Debbie Durklinger, where are you? Okay, are we ready to start, Debbie? You're one of our hosts, and I think everybody's kind of said their names, so we're all on board with that. The first thing we need to do, though, before you start, is to get everybody to mute themselves.
Yeah.
Go down
I think you might have control now, but it says you're
All right. Well, let me do that. I hope I don't unmute you. I will mute you then and see if it helps. Okay, now let's find Debbie and let's see if we can get her unmuted. Debbie, can you unmute yourself? She can't answer that, can she? Let me do it for you. Unmute. Let's find you.
Does that work? Can you hear me
Yes.
now?
You are now in charge. So everybody, I proudly introduce Debbie Durflinger, who is one of the hosts for tonight. She runs this program with Christine, and I haven't seen Christine yet, but Christine, yeah, tell me the last name, Debbie. Hayes. Hayes. And so Debbie, I'm going to turn it over to you now that everybody's here and we're all on board.
Okay, thank you. It's so nice to see everyone tonight. What we're going to talk about tonight is I have two special guests, Mallory and Mary Kay. And Mallory is going to talk about the virtual conference and how we're going to do that this year. Because of the coronavirus, as you all, I'm sure, are quite aware, that we have to do it virtually this year. And I don't know if Mallory is on yet. I see Mary Kay.
I am here. Hi, Debbie.
Hi Mallory. I'm on my phone. Oh, there you are.
What a great issue to have that you have to scroll through multiple screens.
Exactly.
Fantastic. So congratulations
Yes,
for
it
having
is.
a worldwide humor Zoomer tonight. And I don't know if you would like
I know.
us to go in a particular order, but you tell me. But I just wanted to make sure you knew I am here.
All right. Do you want to start us off, Mallory, letting us know about the conference?
Absolutely. So with your permission, friends, I will just say hello to everyone. I am joining you all from the beautiful Well, my closet, right? Aren't we all just like hiding in our closets somewhere? Okay, well, actually I am in my office. I have 2 children with me. Hi. Yep. And it wouldn't be a meeting if we're not interrupted. So I just want you all to know that this is a meeting, but you're also just one of us. So welcome to my home, and I am so glad that you have joined us, and I hope that you join us from the comfort of your home on June 5th and 6th for the Association for Applied and Therapeutic Humor's first ever virtual unconference, right? We don't need a conference, but we are virtually going to have an unconference together, and don't worry, we want everyone to engage from across the world. So we're trying to make it user-friendly to everyone. And I'm just going to share my screen to give you a sense of a little bit about what we're going to do. Hopefully you all see this beautiful screen. Give me a thumbs up if you see the screen that says Treating Life with Humor. Yes. So this year our theme is Diagnosis Happiness. And if you can hear the groaning in the background, I don't know if you can, but my son is already doing a laugh track behind us. And you can cut it out, kiddo. Like I said, this is the way my world works. But what we're going to do is have a diverse group of different speakers speaking in the afternoons. And when I say afternoon, I mean Central United States time zone. For those of you that are joining from other hemispheres and other time zones, you might be saying, oh no, I'll be asleep. It'll be 2 in the morning for me. No, it won't, because every speaker that we have will be recorded throughout the day that we hold. So you can access these speakers in your own comfort, in your own time zone, and you can watch it even if it's not live. Yay! He doesn't have a laugh track, but now he's feeling sad that he still hit boo. The other thing that we are going to do is each of our conference days, which start Friday morning and Saturday the 6th, each morning we are going to have live lead-in activities on social media that will engage anyone in the whole wide world. You don't have to be a member. You don't even have to actively participate in the full conference to do these things, because humor helps everyone. So to engage in our virtual conference, you need only follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter, which is where we will be doing our fun morning lead-in activities, and we'll also have access to activities on our website. Now, that sounds great, right? The crowd roars, yeah. Still, my son says they're booing. He's a teenager, so he has a right to boo. That's just sort of his job. It's okay. It's like I said, he's helping with the sound effects. But we're going to have activities that you can do throughout Friday and Saturday independently from social media as well. Our wonderful AATH member named Beth Usher is going to be creating some unique coloring sheets for us to color our AATHs off, our AATHs off. We are going to do a funny walk where we're going to invite you to record yourself doing the silliest walk you can and invite people to walk funny with you. We are going to do a live improv show. Jim Bob, who is on tonight's call, will be one of our improvisation folks. And we also have a clown that will be joining all of us via social media. So that's just the social media part. We also have 6 excellent speakers that will be talking about humor and grief, humor and leadership, humor and coping, as well as how does humor influence our work with police officers, and how can we see using humor with the badge. Now, it looks like Frank is sharing screens now, so this is really exciting. I don't know what all of that is, but I just want you to know that if you join us for the AATH conference, you have up to 6 credit hours of humor hours, plus the social media interface. And we want you to tell a friend. And the best part about humor helping is that we will also have a pop-up shop. What? What's a pop-up shop, Mallory? I'm so glad you asked. A pop-up shop is a way to buy some humor attire. And I don't just mean red noses, but we will be selling clothing and ways that say humor helps and opportunities for you to sport your humor in what you sport in your attire. And so when you find out about our AATH virtual conference, you can also find out more about that. It will all be located via the AATH website. I feel like I have talked for 86 minutes. I'm surprised the peanut gallery hasn't booed again. Nope, never when I asked for it. So that's what I got for you, Debbie. Do you have any questions?
No, not right now. Thank you so much. That was so wonderful. I'm looking forward to doing this virtually. I think it'll be a great experience, and maybe we can have more people join us when they don't have to travel. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll let Mary Kay talk about the Humor Academy, and then we'll come back and open it up for questions. If you have any questions in the meantime, you can put them in the chat box, and then we can go through there too and make sure we get everybody's questions answered. So you're up, Mary Kay.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with everyone. And I can't tell you how awesome it is to see so many people from other countries. We are very proud of our international presence in AATH. And Masako is one of our certified humor professionals who went through 3 years of the Humor Academy, and she's from Japan. And I don't know if there's anyone else on that's from another country that is, help me, Nyla, do you see anyone else? There's so many people on, it's hard to find people for me. I thought it would be more like Hollywood Squares or the Brady Bunch, but it's really exciting to see so many people here. So I know a lot of you are,
we had somebody from Turkey today.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep. And Indonesia, Owan, I think. Did you register for the Humor Academy? I think you did.
Yeah,
Right?
I already did. Yeah.
We're so excited you're here. We're gonna have a blast. So we actually have an international advisor who will be working with you. So welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited too.
If everybody who's in or has been in the Humor Academy would just kind of wave like this so we can see everybody that has, and if you can't see everybody because I know there's a lot of screens, but we have a lot of people who have been in the Humor Academy, and after 3 years, you become a certified humor professional. So whenever I meet somebody, they say, well, what do you do? And I say, well, I teach humor studies. And they go, what? That's always the answer. So I got started in all of this. I was a kindergarten teacher, just a little background on me. And I got really frustrated because they were taking play out of the curriculum. And as most of you know, play is one of the critically most important things for the learning process. Our brain thrives on play, not just for kids, but for people of all ages. So I play every day. A lot of you know that I am a real swinger. I get on my swings as often as I can. Those of you in the Humor Academy know that. And I'm serious about playing because I think it keeps you young and it energizes you and helps your brain to grow in new creative ways. So that's just a little bit about me personally. I ended up at a humor AATH conference in about 2003. I was working at a regional office of education, and I was very interested in the brain research and how we learn. And I was doing workshops for teachers, and AATH had a session on education and humor. So I talked my boss into letting me go, and I learned so much and met the most amazing people that I have ever met in my life. I found my tribe. And for those of you that are in AATH, you know that you too have found your tribe. So we are very welcoming to people from all walks of life who are interested in our mission, which is to study, practice, and promote healthy humor. And after I've been in AATH for about 4 years and off and on, I have 4 kids of my own, and so life was pretty crazy. But I started going regularly about 2009, did a session on humor and the brain after my first book was published, using humor to maximize living and learning, 2 books. And I just was so excited, and people came up to me and said, you know, we love your book. We think you should start something, an education program for AATH. So 10 years ago, a group of us founded the Humor Academy. And for 10 years, we've been following our mission. People have been going through our program, and it has been the most rewarding thing, one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. I have met so many phenomenal people from all walks of life, and we just are energized by the interest in humor studies. So we are celebrating 10 years. We've had almost 200 people go through the program in one way or another. The cool thing is that you meet people from every profession, not just, you know, educators or speakers or, you know, authors, but people from the medical field, doctors, physicians, psychologists. We love hearing different viewpoints. And my belief, and the reason that I developed the program the way I did, is that we truly believe it's collaborative learning environment. There's 4 principles that we learn from each other, that nobody has all of the knowledge and wisdom. And so it's an each one teach one kind of a theory. And anybody who enrolls gets a chance to facilitate one of the meetings and really practice putting humor into everyone's lives. We're also research-based instruction. So I was so fascinated with the brain research and how we learn. And one of the things that I know is when you study the brain, and they're doing x-rays of the brain with people using humor, a lot of the brain lights up. Humor really activates the brain. And one of our speakers in the Humor Academy is actually Ori Amir, who is a neuroscientist. Our Humor Academy will be May 16th, Saturday. And he is going to talk about the neural basis of humor creativity. So he's actually was featured in Reader's Digest. He does brain scans of the brain and actually talks about where is humor located in our brains and how do we use it. So that was one of the principles that I've been really excited about, that everything we do is research-based. And thanks to Mallory again, who has worked really hard in her university. We have a new resource library, research library, and a research committee. So Gurinder Baines and a committee have been studying and looking at research each month, and we're posting the latest research in that library. So thank you, Mallory, for that. She's done an incredible job with that. The other thing that is really important in the Humor Academy is inquiry-based format. So it's whatever you are doing already. We hope that you will work on your own skills and build on that. So if you are an educator, we look at how can you include more humor into your practice. In the medical field, how can you help people find the health benefits of humor? And there are so many of them, and the research is just growing in that area. And I think I already mentioned interdisciplinary focus. Even though we have people from all walks of life, that is what we love, because everybody brings a different perspective into humor, and we learn so much that way. So I just can't say enough about how much I have learned from the people that have come into our program, because my focus was education, and I have expanded so much to learn about the psychology of humor, about the health benefits of humor, about how people do caricatures, about improv, about cartooning, so about comedy clubs, just amazing, amazing people. And so that has been so exciting. The other thing that I really wanted to mention again is that it's a 3-year program. However, you can just do the first year and stop then. The 3 years involve, we follow the mission of AATH. So the mission is to study, everybody say that. We practice, say that, and we promote. Promote. The study is the theory of humor. We learn about humor, but our really big focus is the application. How do you apply the theory in your field, whatever it is your field? And I see Kyle is on, Kyle Agel, who is a caricature artist. And so what she has done is taken the theory of humor. There's Kyle right there. I don't know how many of you can see her, but she is phenomenal in that she has taken the theory of humor and put it into her work, and she's doing amazing things. We have people that are speakers who share the theory of humor into their speaking engagements. I can't tell you how many people who in their second year have written a book as part of their project. So year 2, we practice what we preach, which is how important the benefits are of humor. So whatever field you are in, you take that field and your knowledge and you build on it and you share it first with your tribe, which is your small group that you meet with, but then with the world. And so the last piece is leadership, which is the 3rd level. And so how do you become a leader sharing the benefits of humor with the world? So whatever your project is, you take that and you go ahead and you share it with the world. So it's just been one of the most amazing things that I've had the honor of working with. I do have to tell you, Mallory and I get big bucks for doing this. We are all volunteers. So we have a huge cadre of people who volunteer. Debbie gets paid big bucks. Nyla gets paid big bucks. Christina, you on the call? I don't see you, but I think you're here. So we all get huge points. What?
Are the big bucks with my check from the IRS? I was really getting concerned because I haven't seen a dime. No.
So Mallory, I told you last year I would double your salary this year, right? Anyway, we just
2 zeros, but they're full. Actually, they're smiles. They're full of smiles.
That's exactly right. Sure. We love what we do. We love the people in this organization. Jim Bob is on. He's our secretary right now. He is also part of the Lemon Group, which is they're in year 3 of the Humor Academy. So each of the groups, when you come into the Humor Academy, you are in a group and you meet with that group every month. And so it is kind of your small little tribe. And these people get really, really close together. The group that Jim, Bob, and Mallory are in, they call themselves the Lemons, and you'll have to find out from them what that's all about. But it has just been a phenomenal experience seeing these groups become really best friends. I know that Debbie, your group that you graduated with, do you just want to say how your groups, they have done things together, even gone on trips?
Yeah, thank you, Mary Kay. Yeah, the Humor Academy is an awesome program. You'll learn a lot about humor and how to apply it. We included some handouts and flyers for you for more information about Humor Academy if you're interested, and about the virtual conference. Hopefully everyone got that. If you didn't get it today, let me know. Put your email or just put your name in the address there, or I can put my email in there and then you can send it to me and I'll forward that information to you as well. You can also find it on our Facebook, on the website, and all the social media. Jennifer's been really good, Jennifer Keith, about putting everything on the, there you go, there's an email in the chat box for you. Okay. Thank you very much, Mary Kay. And Christine, did you have any questions that were in the chat box that need answered?
It looked like there was one about the scholarships, but it looks like the scholarships have already been awarded. I think that was the only one.
Yeah, the two questions, thanks Christine, the two questions that I saw were, yes, we've already done all our scholarships. Thank you, scholarship committee, right? High five them. Okay, high nose. And all right. And also, will the recordings be made available after? Now, Humor Academy, I don't know the answer to that, but Mary Kay will tell us in just a moment. But the conference recordings will be made available throughout the rest of 2020. So should you want to log in and get your humor learning completed post facto, it will be an option. So that is great news.
I'll jump in, Debbie, with that. The Humor Academy is a program that meets all year long. And so you really need to do two things. You need to be a member of AATH to be eligible for the Humor Academy. And while some of the sessions might be recorded, we are only doing that exclusively for our Humor Academy enrollees. So the program that we have for the 16th and the 17th of May, those programs are just for people that enroll in the Humor Academy. So because it's a year-long program, we meet each month and we provide a lot of resources for you throughout the entire year. And so it's very interactive. We have an amazing team of advisors this year. We are anticipating 3 groups, one on the East Coast of the States, one in the middle of the States, and one on the West Coast. And then we'll have an international group as well. So the East Coast group will be advised by Sporty King and Deb Galden. Those of you who know them know how amazing all of these advisors are. The Midwest group will be Brenda Elsiger and Melissa Mork, who is one of the people you may have heard on grieving. She's done a lot of seminars on that. And then Jill Knox and Roberta Gold. And I think Roberta was on here earlier, so I can't see you though, Roberta. So just amazing people that have been, they're all certified humor professionals, so they have been through the program. And then Connie Pino and Angie Robinson are both working with our international students to arrange time zones and those kinds of things. So I didn't quite mention our other speakers. Karen Buxman will be doing humor games, and that's going to be very interactive. We'll be going into chat rooms for that. And then Tim Walsh is going to do a session on how play informs who we are. Tim is an incredible person. He is an inventor and a filmmaker. And then Steve Sultanoff is our closing speaker. Who was that masked man? He is a psychologist, and he is been working on sessions on how to build antibodies and treatment with humor during a pandemic. So I think it'll be pretty amazing. So I've talked a lot. Sorry, Debbie. You know how I get going and I get so excited, I just can't quit.
There's a few more questions too, Debbie. It looks like from Trevor, it says, can being involved in Humor Academy lead to publishing peer-reviewed professional research? Do you want to
Yes.
answer that, Mary Kay?
Sure. Yes, we have had a lot of people who have actually done research as part of their project. And in fact, Deborah Norwood this past year did a research project. She's an attorney and she was looking at, I can't remember, Nyla, maybe you can help me, but she was looking at how attorneys use humor, and she had, I think, Nyla, why don't you jump in and tell about that? Nyla's our level 2 advisor, and she works with all the projects, and she does a phenomenal job.
Yeah, Deb's project was she surveyed tons of lawyers to find out how they used humor and what their framework of humor was when they whether it's developed throughout the years or not. And so great research and outstanding. It isn't done yet because it took her about a year. It'll be probably a year and a half before she completes that, just because it's going to be really involved by the time she's finished. But she's a powerful woman and is going to make a difference with that one. So yeah, Trevor, it definitely can lead to that.
Great question. Thank you, Trevor.
I was going to add that oftentimes once you're collaborating with a partner, it can continue even after Humor Academy. I know that you followed up with that question, Trevor. One of the things that I've enjoyed as a Humor Academy participant was intentional mentorship during, because my humor project was developing a card deck for sharing joy through different cards called Laffirmations. And I really wanted to work with someone who was creative, but not necessarily a humorist. So I was able to look at the lists of certified humor professionals and be paired with the beautiful, the bodacious, the wonderful Beth Slazak, who is a part of AATH, and she's also a CHIP. And I think that once anyone becomes a member of Humor Academy, you get so intertwined in AATH that you do get to maintain mentorship, and it's really kind of, they're just part of your family. So, and I know that right now the Ingenettis, who are the research group that are helping fill the research library with my colleague, are looking for peer-reviewed articles all the time. And right now I'm partnering with a student to publish, and I know that there's several other published members that are very well known, some of the most well known in the humor field, but also little people like me that no one off the street would recognize, and we can find partners at AATH. So it's a great place to find a friend, and they're even funny.
Okay. Any more questions out there? If you have one and you want to talk, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
I'm just wondering, is this being recorded?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get the recording out to you as soon as I get the link.
Okay, great.
Hi, my name is Bhavna and I'm speaking from United Kingdom. My question is that is there any way we can be associated without investing money?
I'll go ahead and answer that if that's all right. Yes, you can be involved in lots of ways. First of all, our website is always filled with a lot of information. There are some pages on it that only is for members only, but there's always a lot of enthusiasm there. Facebook pages are there, and they're great for sharing joy and participating with us. These meetings are free, and so Deb and Christine do one every single month, the last Monday of the month, and so just make sure you put that on your calendar and always join. And most of our meetings are not as informative per se of certain things like this, where we're trying to learn about the programs that we have going for this fall now. But most of the time, these meetings are just really fun, and everybody really just interacts with one another. And so this is a great place to come back, ask about your humor questions, share what you're doing, etc. So I'd surely recommend that you put that on your calendar and join this again. Did that answer for you?
Thank you very much for the reply. Since I wanted to expand it and give some references in India as well as in London here in United Kingdom to facilitate the concept of yours. So that's the reason I wanted to be associated to understand how can I help and contribute my way. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Glad you're on.
I just want to add to that, Nyla, that if you have not signed up on our website for our free resources, there are several publications that we put out that are free. One is the Humor Connection that comes out, and there's also the Laugh Box is on our website, which comes across. You will get the news as soon as it's published. So lots of different resources. So I highly recommend, if you are not getting our newsletter and have not signed up, go to our website and make sure you get on our mailing list.
There's another question from Janine that says, how much is a one-year program?
For the Humor Academy, is that what she's asking? I'm assuming it is. You know, it every year it changes a little bit, but for this year to join the level 1 of the Humor Academy, it's $430, I believe. Yeah. I'm just going to double check that really quick so that you know.
That's correct, Nyla.
Okay.
That's correct. For members. That's for members.
That's for members, and it's like Mary Kay has said, it's a year-long program, so that's why it's a little more expensive than what some of the other programs that we're offering tonight are. As far as the conference, that's going to be Mallory. What do you want to fill us in on those fees?
Yes, for the 6 hours of online virtual conference, it's for AATH members, $150, and for non-members, $200. And if you have continuing medical education needs, there are also a small additional fee for processing those. But otherwise, you will get the excellent 6 hours of humor-related education for either $150 as a member or $200 for a non-member. And again, it's accessible at any time and in the comfort of your comfort chair, your lawnmower, your closet, wherever you like to listen to humor information most. And for me,
who listens inside of a lawnmower?
And my son says, who listens inside of a lawnmower? See, he's listening to me more than I knew. So I should be telling him to do more chores.
Thanks for bringing up the hours. The Humor Academy too, if you sign up for that, I believe there's an additional $50 fee, but you can earn for the Saturday and Sunday sessions, you can earn an additional 6.5 for that. So if you do the conference and the Humor Academy, you're going to rack up a lot of CEs or CMEs. So it's nice to have that option for our workers.
If I can add on a little bit as well to our partners who are across the world, knowing that time zones are challenging and also fitting it into your regular world for all of us, the way to stay engaged is by keeping in contact with all the folks you have here. I've already seen on my phone that I've had 5 or 6 new invitations on social media from some of you here, which pleases me extensively. You can be a part of my humor existence now. And when it comes to the virtual conference, which I know is the focus of the discussion today, we are going to be inviting the whole world to participate, whether you're involved in the educational portion or not, because ultimately, and Mary Kay went over the vision of AATH, but I'm just going to reiterate, humor helps. Humor helps. And so we will be inviting you to use your superpower of humor however we can during those 2 days, whether you engage in the learning sessions or not, to just spread humor so that we as a collective universe are improving the positive energy. I know that that's why we in my Humor Academy group are the Lemons, because together we realize that we have pain and we have the opportunity to feel that pain. And because we have darkness, we can also see the light. And so we took the lemon that we were experiencing and we made some sweet, sweet lemonade together. And we've been doing it ever since. And so I just will invite you, even if you don't attend the Humor Academy, if you don't attend the virtual conference, that you keep showing how humor helps.
Mallory, I'd like to do just a little activity right now with everybody. If you could all just take your hands and make a heart and just kind of push it towards the screen so we can physically share the healthy, heartful humor with everybody, and just kind of share that with everybody and make an intention of what I call Humor-G, which is sharing positive optimism and joy and laughter and humor with each other in a time when we so much need it. So I really am sharing this with you, giving you Humor-G, and just whoosh it out to everybody, and know that we are so glad you're here and you've taken part in our Humor Zoomer session, because we are just thrilled to have every one of you here. And our goal is really to share humor in a world that needs it so badly. And Mallory is absolutely right. Humor helps. And that's why we are so committed, is we have seen so much progress from so many people. One of the things that we know is you cannot be depressed and laughing at the same time. That many of our people that are in the mental health field are working with the idea of how can humor relieve depression and anxiety. So it goes pretty deep with a lot of our work. And so we're just so excited to have you here. And we just really want you to feel the energy and the positivity that we really hope that you can find in your life, particularly during this difficult times.
Mary
Debbie,
Kay, there's another question about the Humor Academy. What are the hours?
So the hours start, Miriam, at that Saturday on May 16th, but then in your own group, you, wherever you live, you will be put into a group that meets monthly, and the group itself decides when you're going to meet. So you will meet on a regular basis. Some groups meet like the second Monday of every month at 6 o'clock Eastern time. So the group decides when you're going to meet, and then you meet on a regular basis with that group. Does that answer your question, Miriam?
Was another question I saw in the chat too. Is the Humor Academy and the conference in June two different things? Yes, they are. The Humor Conference is our yearly conference that we usually get together for. And the Humor Academy is a year-long program that takes a deeper dive into humor. So yeah, they are a little bit different, but you meet a lot of the same people and you can still intermingle with everyone. So
it's different this year, Debbie, too, because usually it's really connected physically to the conference. Usually it's on Thursday of the weekend, and then the people that attend the Humor Academy are generally required to attend the conference itself as well. But this year, because of time schedules and because of this whole crazy thing we're going through, we had to split it up. But we are very much, I think, one unit. The Humor Academy is just kind of an arm of AATH, that our purpose really is to support the organization, so and support the mission of AATH. So yeah, and this year is weird because we are separated, unfortunately.
any other questions?
I can just wait for the recording, but I was wondering if anybody knows the Instagram account for the woman that was on earlier about virtual reality. With the
Or
silence,
you can unmute yourself and answer the question. With the what? I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. I'll wait till the recording. There was a woman that was on the very beginning of the Zoom, and she was introducing herself. She's from Los Angeles, but I don't see her anymore.
Just want to do a shout out to Jim Egerton, who put a joke in the chat box. So thank you, Jim. He was a level 1 this year, and we've really enjoyed having you in the program. And Mary Ellen is also in that group. So several people are on, and I'm just so delighted to see all of you. So thank you for joining us.
Yes, and I've taken some pot shots at people, so.
Okay.
Raphael, I got you.
So Kyle, do you want to show them what you've done? I don't know if you show up on everybody's screen, Kyle, because
well, he'll have to find me. I'm Kyle.
And Kyle has done a caricature of you, Raphael.
Okay.
So use the side arrows.
You can pin me so you can see me big. Also, if I'm talking, I should be on your center screen.
And I just saw a question come up while Raphael is looking for Kyle's screen. A question from Christy. It's a great question about conference funds. If you registered and planned to attend the conference, but and the Humor Academy, in the next week or so, you should be receiving an individualized letter that says, here's how much you've already paid. How would you like us to move ahead? Because there's many different choices. You could stay planning on attending the Humor Academy. We hope you do that one. And you could attend the virtual conference as well. We really, really want you to do that one. And, or you could decide, I want to hold the money until next year. We want you to do that one too. And, or you can say, I just want to make a donation to further humor for AATH. Or you could just say, AATH, I don't know what I want to do. Can you hold the money till I know? And they will do that as well. So because we are a customer and member-centric organization, each person is getting their own communication. So we appreciate your patience, but each person will be contacted individually. And we will come up with a plan that works for you.
And just a shout out to our office, who have been amazing during this challenging time. They are personally contacting every person, and it's really, so be sure and thank them when you are in contact with them.
And this is Trevor.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So another question that came up: is there a deadline to register for the Humor Academy or the conference?
Yes, we just decided that today because we're really wanting everybody to be familiar with Zoom before they get on. So for the Humor Academy, it is Wednesday, May 13th. Is that correct, Nyla?
Yes.
Yep. So the deadline for registration for the Humor Academy, because we need to have some time to make sure everybody's in groups and that we don't have 20 people in one group and 3 people in another. We want to juggle the groups. So we need that time frame to be able to do that. So May 13th is the deadline, but we would love to have you join sooner and we'll be in contact with you.
And I just chatted in the box. We'd love for you to register for the conference the day before, but if you register at 2 in the morning, the day of the conference, friend, we will let you come because we want the more the merrier. And if you don't think that I speak too fast, you'll be pleased to know that I will be part of introducing all of the speakers. And if you think I do speak too fast, you will put me on slow mode while I introduce them. But I'm really excited to get to engage with each of the speakers And I will so be on social media, liking, tweeting, and posting all of the different things. And many different people on this Humor Zoomer will be involved in segments of the social media shows each morning. So we're really stoked.
Mallory, will there be question and answer session maybe afterwards?
Girl, you know there will. Yes, there will. Of course. So each speaker is going to get a good 30 to 40 minutes to share their treasure. But then, y'all, we got to ask some questions. We would do it in person. And if we were at a conference, I would chase them down in line for lunch. So because we're not breaking bread together, we are going to have a Q&A, and you'll have a chance to write your questions in the chat box during the event. And after the fact, we will be printing out the answers to questions. So if you attend and it's not live and you want to email the speaker, you will get a chance to reach out to each speaker to get your questions answered, friend.
That sounds awesome. I'd like to thank our special guests tonight, Mallory and Mary Kay. And thank you to our hosts, Christine and Nyla, for helping us with Humor Zoomers, making it go a little smoother. Anything else anybody wants to add?
Could I just show you another way we can bring smiles to people?
Absolutely.
I don't know if you can see this picture. When you zoom in, I don't know how to do this. Can you pin it and open it up? Does it show?
We see it.
Yep.
What it is, in Easter, when all the kids in our towns couldn't get out, I have a bunny head, and I put a mask on my bunny head and went around the top of my car for 7 hours to all over the town. And this doggy, I don't know if you can see, but doggy jumped up to try to lick the bunny. It was really funny. So, you know, you can do anything like that to bring smiles, right? You don't have to be
Absolutely. That's wonderful. Thanks for sharing, Carol. And I love your shirt too. I love Elmo.
Oh, Elmo, yes. I love him. I don't grow up. I'm never growing up just like you guys.
Carol, I drew you, and I drew your puppy.
Yeah, oh, she's gone. She went away. Her
Yeah,
name's
I know, but she had all these different, she had her wig on.
Her wig, like Lollipop is her name, not Pop, Lollipop.
Lollipop.
She has about 10 costumes in my show. I do a safari animal show. And I have racing hamsters, a dancing dog, and an African hedgehog. And I love it. I'm going to make a Zoom show like this one of these days. I'll let you know. Anyway, good luck to you all and all these things you're doing. It's wonderful.
Thank you, and thank you for being a part of it. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We'll
You've
see
done
you
a
next
great job with all of this, and it's so great to see everybody. Thank you so much, and I see people on the other screens I didn't even know were here. So thank you all for coming. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Hey, Debbie Deerfinger, she is really doing a lot with that organization now.
Okay, are we ready to all close out?
I think so.
All right, we'll see everybody later. Good night.
Bye.
What is it?